I'm going to rank every pop artist's first album they ever made. And before people come for me, it's fine if people have bad first albums. I love to see an artist grow to make better music rather than get worse over time because they got too cocky. So no hate to any of these artists. Let's go. Justin Bieber's My World 2.0. I got bullied for liking this album by all the guys in elementary school saying, oh, Justin Bieber's gay, liking him is gay. It was when Bieber had the mop hair, people said he reminded them of a lesbian or something. Their words, not mine. But no, I was a Bieber defender since the Baby music video dropped. I mean, this album had Eeny Meeny, Baby, Somebody to Love. This deserves the top position at insanely good. Next, Olivia Rodrigo's Sour. Oh my god, Sour may be the best debut album of all time. The second I press play, it transports me to this world of teenage angst and sadness. I've listened to Traitor 10,000 times, literally. I cry to it at this desk right here. I don't know how an 18-year-old just jumps into music one day and drops Driver's License as their first song, and then Deja Vu as their second, and Good For You as their third. Come on, this is the skipless album. It is one of the best albums of all time. Now, Ed Sheeran's Plus, I'm gonna be honest, not my favorite Ed album. I'm sorry, Ginger. But hey, we needed the Plus to get Divide. Even the Multiply one, which came before Divide, is also really good. Yeah, I'm putting this in rough. Hope you understand. Now, Taylor Swift's debut album. This was an insanely good debut album. Fun fact, the first time I made love in a car was to Our Song, and I did have a one-hand feel on the steering wheel, but alright, anyway. Besides the point. But Picture to Burn should have said no. That is a fucking banger rock song. But for Taylor Swift to release this at 16, yeah, I'll never be able to comprehend. Yeah, I'm putting that in insanely good. Yours Truly by Ariana Grande is a great album. This is when I first became a fan of her in middle school, actually, where I was also made fun of. They were like, why do you like a girl singer as a straight guy? And I was like, okay, so you want me to like One Direction? Because I love them too. And then that guy called me a slur, which starts with the letter F. Anyways, I love the song The Way with Mac Miller. Mac's verse is just insane. So are the harmonies with Ariana. Just beautiful. Dua Lipa's Dua Lipa. This was a great album as well. With songs like New Rules and IDGAF. Man, I'll get up from this chair right now and start shaking some ass. Just kidding. But such fun dance music. Now, if we were talking about future nostalgia, I would put that somewhere in between insanely good and best albums of all time. Lana Del Rey's first album is rough, which is fine. I mean, the album is not even on Spotify, which says something, but we needed this to eventually get Born to Die and all the other masterpieces Lana has made, so I respect it. Camila Cabello's Camila. I would actually say this was an insanely good album. Fifth Harmony had just broken up. Camila had one chance to prove herself, and she fucking did. I mean, Never Be the Same, She Loves Control, Havana, stacked. Now, Adele's album, 19, definitely rough. With all due respect, very forgettable. You'll never catch me going back to that shit. But we needed 19 to get 21. And now that album was top tier. Post Malone's Stoney, I'd say, is insanely good. I remember crying over my first breakup to I Fall Apart. I was an emotional kid, man. And obviously this has songs like White Iverson, Congratulations, Deja Vu with Justin Bieber. Such great songs. Yeah, it's really good. Lorde's Pure Heroine is one of the best albums of all time. Simple as that. You go through the entire track list and every song is so rich in sound, sweetly nostalgic, a sonic masterpiece. And she made this at 16. You want to know what I was doing at 16? I don't fucking know. Probably crying over my first breakup to I Fall Apart. Just kidding. I actually wrote a book, but nobody bought that shit. If you don't know this album, you can click off my video and listen to it. Just kidding. Please wait till after. I need retention. Anyways, Madonna. I do think this was a solid album with some good tracks like Lucky Star and Holiday, but that's about it. That's not what she's really well known for. Now, The Weeknd had a really rough debut album. Like, it's painful and disgusting for me to try to listen through, I can't lie. But he's chilling now. I'm of course a Weeknd fan now. Putting this in rough. Now, Billie Eilish's debut album belongs in best albums of all time. There's a reason this won 5 Grammys. Billie came into pop music and gave us this sound that we didn't know we needed. She revolutionized this specific gothic type alternative music, her and Phineas. The sounds were crazy. This album was so different and special. Doja Cat's Amala. Doja Cat had a solid debut album, a lot of breakthrough singles for her career, but this is just another artist that had such great growth because Hot Pink ended up being 1,000 times better. Montero by Lil Nas X, this was an unforgettable era. It is insanely good. It got me so hyped towards the end of lockdown, especially songs like Industry Baby and That's What I Want. I would just blast them on the speaker on repeat. Such good beats, and he's so good at rapping. Khalid's American Teen. Damn, that was his first album? Oh my god, the nostalgia. This hit in high school. Young, dumb, broke high school kids. Yeah, it's one of the best albums of all time. With songs like Coaster, 18, Location. Oh my god, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please listen. This is a masterpiece. I have to say, for Sabrina Carpenter's Eyes Wide Open, that is definitely rough. She was probably too busy talking to cats. Meow. But no, seriously, I love Sabrina. She's one of those artists that has been in it for a while and really had to find her sound, but she did, and she's on fire. So cool to see how much she's evolved. Bruno Mars, Doo-Wops and Hooligans, instant best albums of all time. Do I really have to explain this one? Marry You, Just the Way You Are, the Lazy song, Grenade. That's my childhood right there, wrapped up in 4 songs. It will forever be a classic. Harry Styles. Harry's album, I'd say, is insanely good. You can tell after One Direction ended that he was itching to just try every sound and give it all he got, and he really did. I really love Woman. Kiwi is so good. Sign of the Times, of course. Yeah, that belongs there. Shawn Mendes' Handwritten, I'd also put in insanely good. This was Shawn's era. He had all the girls in a chokehold. It kind of made me jealous, not gonna lie. But the standout tracks were Stitches, obviously, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Imagination. Amazing debut album from Shawn. SZA's Control. Easily best albums of all time. This album is beautiful and timeless. I was just listening to it this morning, actually. I love Drew Barrymore's Supermodel. It's another voice I hear and just nothing comes close to it in similarity. And the fact she was able to maintain this same level of quality for her recent album, SOS, that's talent. Lady Gaga's The Fame, obviously best albums of all time. You just need to hear 3 things: Poker Face, Paparazzi, and Just Dance. Flawless tracks, which also built my childhood. Britney Spears, Baby One More Time. Okay, the song I think is pretty iconic, but the album is just solid for me. Yeah. Tate McRae's I Used to Think I Could Fly is a great debut album. Very much slept on, with my favorite track being Don't Come Back. Stranger in the Alps by Phoebe Bridgers is an insanely good album. This is one of the best, if not best, indie record ever created. Something about her in this album makes me sink and feel more depressed than ever. Nah, but it's soothing. Forever my Airplane album. I cycle in between Phoebe Bridgers and Gracie Abrams. I mean, Scott Street, Georgia, Motion Sickness, come on. Immunity by Clairo is great. Another good indie album, but this one is more minimalist and simple, but in a good way. Kid Crow by Conan Gray is insanely good. It's a whole roller coaster of emotions. You can cry to Heather and then shake some ass to Maniac or Wish You Were Sober, but so many great tracks in between. Crybaby by Melanie Martinez is in the best albums of all time. I mean, it is historical, it changed lives. Just like Billie, Melanie really came in and gave us something different. It was this concept of a fantasy version of herself being a young child, and it worked. She reached tons of success with Playdate and Pacify Her, but I love so many others. Beyonce's first album is solid. I only really liked Crazy in Love with Jay-Z, but the rest I really don't go back to, nor do I think sound all that great, which again is fine. It was a solid start to her now highly successful discography and career. Rihanna's Music of the Sun, I feel the exact same way about. Solid debut, but she just got better and better and made crazy albums like Good Girl Gone Bad and Loud. Lastly, we have Avril Lavigne's Let Go, which I believe, no, it is fact that it is best albums of all time. This is one of the most powerful and excellent pop rock albums of all time. Track by track, everything is so good. You may know Complicated, Skater Boy, I'm With You. It really encapsulates the 2000s in a way no other project does, and it's so impressive. So this is our final tier list, alright? I'm sorry if I forgot any artists in advance. I'm sure there's a lot I left out, but I had a fun time ranking this with you all. Let me know if you would change anything. It's fine to have differences in opinion. That's what makes being a human being so beautiful. But yeah, love you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.